Hi there, I'm Bryan Rutberg. I am the founder and principal of 3C Comms. We are the Customer Connection Company. And we're going to talk today about a important, a critical thing to keep in mind when you are trying to connect with an audience, and that is how to be audience focused and benefit led in your communications. I don't care if you're in finance or operations or sales or marketing or general management, when you are crafting a message, whether you're typing out the memo or the email, or you're creating a poster to put on the walls, or you are putting together a blog or a vlog post, or you are getting ready to give the speech of your life, you've got to think about who's in the audience and how are they going to best receive the information you want to deliver, because it's not about you. It's not about what you know and what you need them to know. It's about what they need to know and how they need to receive it in order to find it understandable and memorable. Audience focused, then. This could be in a small room if you are, say, a salesperson who is pitching an idea at a group of people. You'd better know them down to the individual level. Who's the ultimate decision maker? Who does he or she listen to? Who owns finance? Who's going to think about what it's going to take to implement the solution that you're offering? Who's going to think about the benefit that it's going to bring when they do implement it? Who's responsible for solving this problem? And what are they going to recommend to the person who has to think all of these things and keep all of them in mind? If it's a larger group, you might have to think more demographically. It's, are you talking with more men or more women? Are you talking with a group that includes kinesthetic learners as well as audio learners as well as visual learners? And how are you going to create an experience for that audience that gets everybody learning what it is you want to get across? This is what we mean when we say audience focused. Where are they right now? And where do you want to take them? And what's the best way to get them there? And I know sometimes you just don't know. So you'd better be prepared to get people visually and with the words that are coming out of your mouth or the words that you are typing. And if you do have the opportunity to get them doing exercises so they have to struggle with the content, because this is what makes things understandable and memorable. The other thing that you need to consider is, what are they going to think the point of your material is? What's in it for them? Because at heart, we are selfish people, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, we think about ourselves. All of us live in our own heads. All of us know our own life experiences, and that means that we look at things through the lens of, what does this mean for me? How well can I interpret it? And what's it going to mean going forward? I talked earlier this week with a representative from a children's museum, and we discussed that their audience has a couple of things in mind: their audience for donors, their audience for visitors, their audience for volunteers, and trying to turn more of the people who bring their kids to the children's museum into donors to the children's museum. And it turns out they knew their audience, and the benefits that they discovered worked with them twofold. First, as you might expect, and the happy one and the one that feels politically correct, is the great learning experiences for the kids, right? Kids come in and they engage with the material at the Children's Museum, and it really builds their young brains. And what parent doesn't want that for their kids and the kids' young brains? But the other thing they found that allowed them to be benefit led and really make people appreciate the Children's Museum, in addition to the learning, is the role that the Children's Museum can play as a de facto babysitter. That's right. Parents bring their kids on a weekday afternoon or sometime on a weekend, and one of the great benefits that they perceive is it's a safe environment where the kids can be left to roam free range, and the parents actually get a couple of minutes where, if they're not ready to fully engage with the kids, or if the kids are so engaged they don't even notice the parents aren't there with them for a few moments, the parents can sit down and catch a breath. Now, it's not like they're going out and having a drink and a smoke while the kids are playing. No, they're there, but they also appreciate that it's an activity that they don't need to be cheek by jowl with their kid, and in fact the kid might learn better. So they know, they at the Children's Museum know that the benefits they want to articulate to this particular audience are the one that you might expect, oh, kids learn, and the one that you don't expect, and you as a parent get a break. Anyway, there's a few minutes on audience focused and benefit led, how that helps people understand what you're trying to say and keep it sticking in there, because that's the hard part. Hope that was good. Look forward to seeing you back here with more good information pretty much every week. Thanks.